So Rishi had worked on this, Rishi Mehta, our director, he's worked on this for like 6 years. He's researched it and he's done a lot of work on it. So when he met me, the first thing he said to me was that I do not need an actress, I need a collaborator.
Right.
I want someone who can walk halfway through and we together can create.
Right.
Vartika. And he said, I mean, it was a man's point of view.
Right.
He said, I need a woman's voice. So that is how it happened. 3 minutes into him, he didn't even narrate it to me. 3 minutes into him telling me what he's looking at, I said, I'm on. I'm doing it. Right. He gave me the 8 episodes and I said, give me a couple of days. I will read it and get back to you. I went home, I read the first episode and I finished all 8 in 1 hour. And I messaged him and I said, listen, I'm on. I just have to be a part of this.
Right.
So that's as simply as it happened. It was a no-brainer.
Right.
It was just like, karna hi hai.
So kya sochna? When I was watching, I just watched first 2 episodes, and for me, I don't like to binge watch because I like the character story to sort of set in. The first episode itself was so disturbing, even though there is but it just moves you at so many levels, because as Vartika, of course you're the cop, at the same time you're the mother, you're a woman, and all that comes together in the very first episode, the conflict which is there. So when you're approaching a role like this, it's so layered, what is your process like? How do you go about it?
Delhi has been, so there are various things. First is any character that I approach. If I can't make her multi-layered, then, and nobody is single-layered,
right?
All of us have layers and layers and layers.
Right.
And the way we've been brought up, the way our thinking has been, our past, present, future, our dreams, our aspirations, every single thing goes in the people we've interacted with, the incidents that have happened in our life. They contribute to making a person.
Right.
And that adds a lot. So everyone is layered. So there's no point, or there is no way I would approach any character in any other way.
Right.
Delhi has been, it's been my learning curve. Because it's changed the way I work. I've always worked on the character.
Right.
People work on a scene.
Right.
I work on the character. Because then I know she'll react the way Vartika will react in the scene.
Yeah, correct.
The scene is a window for the audience to have a peek in her life.
Right.
But if I know her completely, she will only react as Vartika.
Right.
If I'm just approaching the scene, I may react as Shefali.
True.
True. So that's the way I work. And then there were a lot of discussions and a lot of work and meetings and like back and forth between Rishi and me. Because he had it all. I mean, I cannot deny that. He had a blueprint ready. He had interacted a lot with the cops when he was writing this. And then I had the leeway of meeting the TC and asking her questions. I mean, she was kind enough to answer my questions. And but then comes in what you want to bring on the table.
True.
I mean, that's the reason why you've been cast.
Absolutely.
So then comes in your perception, your understanding, your instinct, and then your depiction or translation of that perception.
True.
And it is emotionally I'm not even getting into, because emotions can't be, they can't be architected.
Right. They have to come.
They have to just come. That's the way I work.
Right.
They can't be, choreographed.
True.
They cannot be rehearsed.
Right.
It has to just come.
Instinctive.
But the other kind of work that went into, I mean, the way she walks, the way she talks, what is her inherent grain? Her inherent grain at this point of time is, yes, she is very emotional, obviously. She feels vulnerable. Yes. She's scared. She is as angered by this as any woman.
Absolutely.
But she decides to put all of that aside, block out herself emotionally, and channelize all of it into this one single-minded focus of getting these guys. And does not let her emotions shadow her investigation.
True.
So right now she's like, I don't want to deal with anything else. This is what I'm going to do. And that is what she aims at doing. And also there are technical things over here.
Yes.
Because it's based on a 5-day span.
Yes.
Okay, so when I used to go to set, the first question I asked is, what is the time? Not in terms of what is the time now.
In the story, what is the time?
16th December night, at this time I went to the hospital. What date is it and what is the time?
So
how many hours has she been awake?
Right.
Her level of energy is going to start going down. But when there is a slight crack or a slight victory, her adrenaline will
go up.
Push it up again. Sorry, who are you and why are you? You know, it will give her a push.
Right.
She's spoken to her daughter, let's say in the first episode.
Right.
What is that ended on? So the next time she talks to her daughter, let's say in the third episode, is she carrying that forward?
So true.
And meanwhile, what all has gone in her own mind?
So true.
So it's like various things.
Correct.
That have gone into, you know.
Yeah. And it shows. I mean, it's like the amount of work that has gone into the whole process. I mean, within 2 episodes, like how I mean, so much of thought, so much of planning, so much of research in not in just the storytelling, but in terms of the character graph has been immense.
And it's just that.
Yeah.
And you know, the thing is that when you're watching it, you should be able to see it like there is absolutely no effort here.
Exactly.
And she is just Vartika.
Yeah.
She's not Shefali being Vartika.
No. It is.
You have to forget that there is an actor, and the way it's shot also.
Yes.
You know, it actually looks like you're present
there.
The camera is from your point of view.
Exactly.
So like if we were doing a scene, I think in the entire show we have one tripod shot.
Oh wow.
One. Entire 8 hours. He's only shot the entire handed. Johan had one shoulder bigger than the other. Seriously, he did. And I think if you get up, as Vartika, if you get up, he will get up. Then he'll follow you. Then somebody else has come. So Vartika's gone out. So and that's, we were doing like 12 pages at a go. Like a theatre thing.
Yeah.
We'd rehearse it.
Yeah, it just pulls you in because at no point do you feel that you are just an audience watching it. You are part of the setup, you know. When she addresses the group of her team outside the hospital, and when she takes Nidhi to the side and talks with you, you know that you are
right there.
Exactly. You become a fly on the wall and you're like seeing everything from that perspective.
Yeah.
Like kind of yeah. Such a role at any given point of time, I think it is also emotionally a very difficult role to play. Not that you have not done any emotionally difficult roles, but how does Shefali, the actress, keep those things separately? How does it work?
The thing is that any role I do, if I cannot be emotionally consumed by it, then I'm not going to be able to do it.
Your role.
That's the only way I know how to approach it. As far as Vartika is concerned, this has been my most consuming and enriching experience. You know, it's been really something doing her. To say so, when you're doing something like this, you don't actually ever come back home.
That's true.
I mean, I don't mean physically home.
Yeah.
You don't just disconnect. At the same time, it doesn't mean that we were constantly moving around like that. We would sit and have a coffee or we would grab a book or something. Otherwise, you'd go crazy like this. But at that point of time, it's exactly what Vartika thinks. That single-minded focus is this. There is nothing else.
Right.
That's exactly the way I work. This is it.
Nothing else.
Nothing else. Nothing outside this. So when I'm dealing with this, I'm not going to let, and it doesn't affect me because I'm so consumed. You know, house can fall down behind me, the set has fallen down, and I will still be like, I'll probably say, I think we need to do one more because the set has fallen down. It's like that. Of course, we didn't have any sets, but no, we didn't have a set.
You were shooting on
live. We were shooting on live locations. So there is no other way of doing it besides being completely consumed. There is no other way.